Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Chaz here bringing you a new video on Duel, and today we are looking at the Phantom Beasts. I'm going to create a deck live on the video and we're going to jump into some PvP and see what I can do. But first, the reason why I wanted to make the deck on camera is because there's so many different ways that you can actually make a Phantom Beast deck, and there's so many different cards that actually work with the deck, because the Beast Warrior, the Phantom, there's so much stuff you can do. So yeah, I haven't got like every single one of the Phantom Beasts, but I've got quite a lot of the new ones, which is pretty cool. So we're running 2 Wild Horn right now. I do have the other one, wherever it is. Let me just find it. This is why I wanted to make it on camera, because you can also run this guy. This is an OG card, because if you read its last effect, it's always treated as a Phantom Beast. I tested it out in battle, and I got it up to 2,500 attack with just throwing these in the graveyard, the Crosswing, because when Crosswing is in the graveyard, all Phantom Beast monsters and the Mystical Beasts, they gain 300 attack, so it's pretty cool. If you get them in the graveyard, it boosts all of the other attacks on everything else. It's such a cool card, and the card I was running with is this card. Once per turn in your opponent's battle phase, what you can do is send one Beast Warrior or Winged Beast monster from your hand or deck to your graveyard, and if you do, it gains attack. So what you do, you get this out on the field. When they go to attack you, you throw a Crosswing into the graveyard, and that way it's a quick, easy way of getting into the graveyard. And there's other cards that you can run as well, because if you read this, look, it says Phantom Beast, and there's another machine type as well that says Phantom Beast. There's this one as well, but I'm not too sure if it does work. If it does work with this, it's going to be so cool. I haven't tested it yet, but I'll come back to with that deck in another video. And I pulled some other ones, so let's see what else we can run in here. Here it is. I've got one of these as well. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can remove from play this card from your graveyard to make the battle damage 0. So that's a pretty cool effect. Yeah, I like that. I'll put one of them in there. See, already that looks like a pretty good deck, because we can start powering our monsters up. All we need to do is get this guy to the graveyard, so that looks alright like that. You could run it with Joey, because Joey's field spell will probably power them all up, which is really, really cool. And yeah, let's add some spells to this. So the spells I think I'm going to add is 2 Fire Formation of these ones, because all Beast Warrior types on the field gain 100 attack, plus you get to lock down a back row. And he's Beast. Wait, which one is it? He's Beast Warrior, and he's Beast Warrior, so he's going to get powered up by that card, which is really cool. We're going to add 2 Super Rushes as well. We'll throw in... I don't know if I want to add Powerful Rebirth. I'll throw in 2 Walls, because Walls are really, really powerful in this meta right now. So, what else can we run? We could run Beast Rising, but that banishes the beasts, and if we need to get them guys in the graveyard, so we don't want to banish all of our monsters. So, I think we're okay for spells right there. Maybe we could throw an Econ in, but I think it'll be alright like that. We'll move over to traps. And actually, a pretty good card that I might think will work is... Let me just find it real quick. This is why I wanted to make it on camera, because there's so many different ways that you can build this deck. It's not going to be like a top tier deck, but it's still going to be a pretty fun deck. So graveyard to hand, or field. Because if we get a couple of them in our hand, the cross wings, and we want to get into our graveyard as fast as possible, we could run... Where is it? I'm going to actually add one of them. Yeah. Discard 1 card, target 1 monster in your graveyard, add it to the hand. So if one of our important monsters goes to the graveyard, we can discard one of these and get it back, which is pretty cool. So we need 2 more stuff. Oh yeah, there's also a fusion that works with the deck, which is really, really cool. I'll show you in a second. I'll just throw in 2 more stuff. Actually, Chain Destruction is going to be really cool. Chain Destruction is a card you can pick up from this new thing, like the new Lotto. We already had one in the game, but now we can pull 3, which is really cool. This is going to really help with duels where the opponent's using 3 of a certain monster, you can get rid of it. Or if we actually do normal summon one of our Crosswings, we can play that and send the other 2 Crosswings in our deck to the graveyard, powering up like crazy. So that's going to work pretty good. So what I'll do right now, I'll throw on Restart, because Restart's the best ability for a deck like this. And I'll quickly show you that fusion that I was talking about. So if we put in Beast, we search up Beast, it's a fusion. Where is it? Here it is, fusion. Here it is. Look, mythical beast. So you could actually run a fusion version of the deck, which is pretty cool. And there's loads of other beasts that actually work really, really well with the deck. It's just, I like this format. It looks pretty cool, especially with this being your main beta, because it's pretty funny. So we have cards to lock down back row. We have Super Rushes to protect us. We have a monster reincarnation to send a monster to the grave from hand if we need to. 2 walls to protect us and chain destruction. So that looks like a pretty solid deck. We'll jump into some PvP battles right now and see what we can do with it. We are in King of Games, but right now in King of Games, everyone's testing out the most powerful decks. Like, they're testing out their aliens and the water decks and stuff like that. So we'll face some pretty good competition. Which is pretty scary to think about it, because this is not going to be like a super competitive deck. It probably will work for you if you're in like Rookie, Bronze, Silver, or Gold. It'll probably work if you're in one of them. Because it's like a basic beatdown deck, and it can like control the field pretty well. So this will probably work if you're a really low rank, but if you're in the top ranks, I wouldn't recommend trying to run a deck like this. So we're going against a 30 card balance deck. It could be a mill. Oh, this is a really nice hand. So we have 2 cross, and we have this guy in our hand, so we can actually start milling. It could be an Archfiend deck, or it could be... I don't know what it could be. So what we'll do this turn is pull this out. We're going for an attack, why not? Hopefully it's not a man-eater or anything. We'll activate this ability. Send in... We'll choose the one from our deck. That's to the grave. We could have actually chose any monster there, so next turn we can monster reincarnation and discard one from our hand and get whatever. It was basically could have been a free search. So he's running a necrofear deck, a fiend deck, which is pretty cool to see. And every time we do discard a crosswing, he goes to a 1900 attack, which is pretty good. We'll see what he does right here. The thing is about King of Games, people can just leave the duel at any moment because it doesn't matter because they're in King of Games, which is annoying. So if you're having a really good duel and the opponent's having a terrible time, they can just leave instead of sticking the duel all the way through. We'll see what this guy does though. He might stay around. Because we're in a really cool position right here, and I want to see what we can do with the deck and show you guys as well. It is a really, really fun deck. I would recommend like smashing out the event and trying to get your hands on some of these Phantom Beasts because they are really cool. And as you can see, the guy's DC'd. He should have stuck it through because he saw that I put a Crosswing Phantom Beast in the graveyard and thought, and it's a funky, fresh new deck, so I'm not using anything too try hard. I think he might have bricked though, because 30 cards. Super unfortunate, but as you saw from that first hand and with that monster on the field, I can just start milling the cards I would, well, the monsters I need to the graveyard, and from that, it puts me in a stronger position and powers up all of my other monsters. That's the reason why I put it in the deck. So we'll jump into another one, see if we can actually get a real duel. When the season restarts, I might actually try and use this deck to climb up to Legend, because I think it'll be pretty funny. Because when it resets, I'll get put into Platinum 4, I think it is. If you're King of Games, you get put into Plat 4. I might try and use this deck. I might not. We'll see what happens. And the more and more people that get these Phantom Beast cards, the more and more creative decks will come out. So we'll see what happens with the Phantom Beast. It is a really, really cool archetype. Ooh, this is a pretty nice hand. I think I'll use my skill. So we saw exactly what I'm using, but he has 5 cards in the extra deck. If we're facing Glads, that hand was terrible. So we pull a better hand, kind of. So he's just going to end his turn. Let's see what we draw into. That's alright, I guess. So this turn, what we want to do is... we'll just summon this and attack for 1300. Hopefully it's not an A-gear fusion deck, because that would suck. It would hit us pretty hard, and I don't think we can get over it. So he sets down a back row. So it looks like he's bricked as well. Super unfortunate. Because what we can do now is activate our Fire Formation Gokuwa, or whatever it's called, pin down his back row. That's going to power us up, and from that we can pull out this guy. 1,800, 1,400. It's pretty cool. He's got Kuriboh in hand. So we can throw us into defense, and it has 0 defense, which sucks. But we can get a 1,400 attack off. If he does summon a monster, obviously he's going to go for my Wild Horn. That's if he does summon a monster. So it's a Fire Fist, not Fire Fist, it's a Fire Formation deck, Phoenix. He's probably going to discard the Phoenix from his hand right now. Yep. Oh no, he doesn't. So he doesn't have the Phoenix just yet. I think we can win by the time he gets the Phoenix. So he's definitely going to take out the Wild Horn. Yeah. We'll see what we draw into. We can get over his monster, I think. While it's in the graveyard. I don't think we can get over him right. Actually, I have a plan. It's dangerous and stupid, but I have a plan. So we summon that. It's 1,500 right now. So right now we have... Yeah, it's worth... I'm going to crash. Why not? And I'll end my turn. It doesn't look like he's got the Phoenix or anything, and we can take a 1,800 hit. It's just super unfortunate with this deck. You need to get your cross swings in the graveyard, and we keep drawing into him. So he does destroy the Phoenix from his hand. So he's about to pop off. I don't think we made the smartest move, but it's the only thing we could do. We should have kept our opening hand. I think that would have worked a lot better. So he attacks into us. Let's see what we draw into. Wait, does it gain defense as well? Let's read it. It gains 300 attack. So what I'll do, I'll just throw this down into defense, end my turn. We're in a pretty good situation right now. Because his Phoenix is going to summon itself and then blow up the field. And it was a wall, so it was a good thing that we did lock it down. We'll see what he does this turn though. He does have a monster in his hand. But he can't get over us. So he goes in for the attack. Loses 200. Dark World, ooh. So now he's going to pull out a Berserk Dragon. But now that's in the graveyard, we can activate its effect at a later date and protect ourselves. We draw into a wall, but it's not going to serve us any purpose right now. Because his Phoenix is going to come back. When your opponent declares an attack, you can remove this from the field. Make the battle damage taken by 1. So it does look like we're going to have to summon this. But it's only going to be 1,800, which sucks. Yeah, it looks like he's got game. Super unfortunate. But he does have a super powerful field, and we are trying out the new beasts. So it doesn't do well if you don't open up against like big monsters and stuff like that. So he's attacking, we can make the battle damage 0. I don't know if it's for the rest of the turn, but we'll activate the effect now. Ooh, that's a pretty cool effect actually. Wow. What, it stays on the field through the entire turn, it can't be destroyed? Ooh, that's really nice, that effect. We are down to 100 health, but we are in a pretty strong situation. So we can set that, we'll set down Chain as well, and we'll set that down, and I think the best thing we can do is end our turn. We do have 1 in the graveyard, so next turn we'll play our wall right now. But But next turn what I'll do is flip that, activate chain, it'll mill the other one to the grid. Oh, this is what I'm on about with King of Games, people can just leave because the duels don't matter. But what I could have done on my next turn is flipped up my crosswing, chain it to card destruction, milled a card, and then it would have powered up my beast even more. And yeah, we would have won. So it's pretty cool, we beat a Phoenix deck. Let's look over his deck because I think it is it's an original Phoenix deck. Pretty powerful. So that's pretty cool. We'll jump into another duel. I'll probably bring this deck back onto the channel soon, but I'll add like different cards. I'll try out the machines if they work. Let me know down in the comments if them machines will work, because if we can get machines powered up, because it's already a 1800, it'll be pretty cool. And then we can equip like metal morph to it, make it unaffected by spells and stuff. It could be pretty cool. So we're going against a Yami Yugi right now. I don't think this deck will deal well against aliens though. That's like the main thing on my mind, and aliens are taking over the meta. Ooh, this hand, it is pretty strong, but what I think I'll do is use my skill, because I want to show off some other combos with the deck, and don't want to just use it as just a normal deck. So that's a better hand, because we got this guy. Let's see what he does. So it looks like he is running a control deck, but that's fine. There's Temple of the Mind's Eye. He's in King of Games running this, by the way. Just want to put that out there. This guy is in King of Games running a control deck. By the way. So we'll summon this guy. Floodgate, Massive Morph, one of them. This guy must be fun at parties if he's in King of Games running a control deck like this. Wow. So we're going for an attack. We'll probably see some kind of play, or he might just let this attack go through. He lets the attack go through. But he does have an activatable card on the back row. Or a career bow in hand. He doesn't have career bow in hand, it's a ladybug in it. Why is he running this in King of Games? That's like me just pulling out my Ojama Go deck and just tilting everyone off the face of the earth in King of Games when it doesn't even matter. So he does pull out a rabbit. I will chain that. Mill out his deck a little bit. There we go. So he's going to attack us for 1,000. We can't activate our monster's effect because it's a direct attack, not an attack on our monster, which sucks. Rabbit returning to his hand. So this is probably just a dead game right now. We'll see what happens. But it's looking that way. I'll summon this guy. I know that he'll be running Lava Golem, but it'll put our beast into the graveyard, and from that we'll be able to pop off. This is when we'll probably see him activate his face down. Draining Shield, I'm gonna guess. He's gonna take both of these hits and probably search out his Lava Golem. I'm not too fussed about this duel because this guy needs to calm down. He's running Lava Golem control in King of Games. What do you mean? I understand people trying like try-hard decks because they're getting ready for the next season, but this... Come on, dude. Here's the Lava Golem. If we draw into that card where we can lock down his back row, we win. If we draw into that Fire Formation, which we do not, but we could have won. So right now we can bring out this guy, 2,000 attack. Pretty cool. Back card is activatable. Reason why I set the wall is because his rabbit only has 600 attack and the wall can put it down to... Oh, Massive Morph. So he's going to mass him off the Lava Golem most likely. But as you can see, I've only got one of... why is it being weird? There we go. I've only got one of the Crosswings in the graveyard, and he's already up to 2,000 attack. So when you get 2 more in the graveyard, it's going to be pretty cool. 2,600 attack, and it has piercing as well. The only problem with this monster is its 0 defense, but you can get it pretty powerful. Plus we have Wall, but it really doesn't matter. We've lost this duel. It's all gone. We lost connection, so I don't know what happened there. But it's completely fine. Because at the end of the day, we was facing a control deck like that. We lost through connection, but it's all good. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video based on the new Phantom Beasts. It is a really, really cool, interesting, fun deck. I don't know if it's going to see competitive play because, like I said, aliens can just absolutely melt it, and there's so many other things that can destroy it, and the effects are only, like, subpar. They're not too great. And I know there's that other one, the main giant monster, but it's a 7-star monster, and it's pretty hard to get out. And, yeah, the deck's not, like, super competitive, but it is a fun deck, so if you want to use them, go for it. No one's stopping you. And yeah, tell me what build you're using, if it's doing you any good and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, because I'm going to be uploading Duel Links content every single day and bringing new decks to you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.